Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the 5-minute time frame. We're trying to figure out what the hell's going to happen here. So, this light purple line here is the trend line that connects the two tops from our previous cycle. Very, very tippy tops, and I'm not going to go back and show you because we're on a 5-minute. Anyway, that's that line, pretty exact. And as you can see, we've been dancing around it here for the past couple hours or so. Are we going to break above it, break below it? We don't know. So the green line here is a channel that we were traveling way back here when we were hanging out right around the bottom of the white channel, the most important channel in Bitcoin history, and it's slightly at a different angle than the white channel. It's lifting us off the white channel, but you can see that we are finding that as resistance and possibly attempting to hold it as support. Now, back here, you can see that we do have this inverse head and shoulders pattern here. And I'm thinking, well, we were in a downtrend prior to it, but so it's not really like a bottoming kind of reversal pattern, but it does show that we were traveling downwards in a channel this way, and then now we're traveling upwards in a channel this way. Now the target from that is it this one? I do believe it's this one right here, up at about 98.8. That doesn't seem to jive with a lot of other things that I see going on. So I think it just simply means that we're traveling upwards here in this channel. And we possibly have, I don't know, kind of a mini head and shoulders here. These are just telling us that we're oscillating back and forth. We don't know what the hell's going on. Coming down this way, coming back up this way, maybe coming down back this way. Now what's interesting is this channel here, if we do come back down, this channel, this vertical line, dashed line, represents the CPI data release at, well, you know what? Since we're on a 5-minute, we can move this over more exactly to right there. So that's 1330. I do believe that's 5:30. Let's just double check. We're right here right now. 23:20. So it'd be 10 hours from now. Yep, that's correct. So we could potentially come back down here until we get word from the CPI people whether to pump or dump. As well, we could continue up here. Now, if we come down here, we come down here to about 95.8. If we go up here, we come up potentially to the top of this channel, right? At around 98, 300-ish. Now, that's interesting. I'm going to switch to an hourly. Because this fuchsia colored vertical line right here is at 98, about 98,250. And that is the target from this W pattern we formed back here on Thursday and Friday. remember, this was manipulated trading here to get this pattern here, meaning it's kind of planned out. Now, since then, the support level of the center of the W pattern there is, where is that at? It's this green line. That's 94,270. And you can see we just kind of oscillated around that for quite a while until we lost it here. We lost it there on Monday for our dump down here to 89. But then we quickly came back up and held it as support again, once again. So now are we heading to that target? That could be right up here in anticipation of the CPI data numbers. It's very possible because I believe the DXY, let's see what the DXY is doing. DXY doesn't know what it wants to do either. It's going up, it's going down. Just does not know. So now it's going down. And if it does continue down overnight to fill this gap, then possibly we could be doing heading up to whatever. And what is that whatever number? 98,253, something like that. Could head up there in anticipation of the CPI data numbers. Now, come on. This is touchy here. I want my crisscross thing. Now, then, of course, begs the question, what are the numbers going to be? The numbers are, I don't know. If the numbers are good, you just got to take a guess at what we're going to do, when we're down here or up here. Now, also, though, what is this number down here? This 95.8. Well, I just happened to be watching the Trading Parrot earlier, and he was talking about another W formation, kind of double bottom, whatever formation, with the second part of the W that I used back here as the first part of the W, and then our most recent bottom as the second part of the W. And by the way, this bottom took us right down to the bottom of the Gaussian channel as well, that pink dashed line there. So yeah, that 95.8 I made before I watched him. I had that as an alert because I wanted to know whether we were going to hold this level as support or resistance. So I had put that alert there, and then I watched him, and he described this as a W pattern. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess so. And so that's what that is. And it's odd that the head and shoulders patterns that we're forming take us in these channels that could lead us either way. And we won't really know for a couple hours which way we're going, I guess. So that's to keep in mind. Keep an eye out for whether we keep heading up. If we do, we probably head up to about 98.23 for the CPI data release. And if we head down this way, we probably head back down to 95.8. For that data. And then when we do get the data, who knows which way we're going to go. I think we're in the process of, we had our dump, we had our little flush out, and we're in the process of our pump into Trump's inauguration. I heard there's also someone said there's some sort of a crypto ball on the 17th, Friday, I guess. So, yeah, that could take us up to the. Is this the top of the Gaussian channel? Yeah, we're already above the mean band of the Gaussian channel. So, now this white kind of crooked vertical line is the target from that W pattern that the crow or the parrot, the trading parrot, pointed out. And that takes us back up to around 102 for, again, potentially a double top. Or not a double top because the top's at 108, but, a double lower top. And it does take us out of the Gaussian channel here. That's probably a good scenario there. And this white dashed line, it takes us in the vicinity of all this stuff. This white dashed line is the center line of the white parallel channel, the most important channel in Bitcoin history, from which all parabolic moves begin. And we have broken back after that dump back up into the white channel here. And we did with this this pullback here, we did test that bottom of the white channel as support. Now, also of note, is that this fuchsia colored line and this red line are the trend lines connecting the lows of what lows are they? Of October 10th and November 4th. October 10th, CPI data release, and November 4th, the day before the election. Those bottoms, the fuchsia colored line here connects the candle bodies on the daily time frame. The red line connects the wicks of those days. And we've maintained, even here, watch, we went to on a after that big huge dump down the other day. Where are we at now? This big huge dump on Monday. We closed our candle body right up inside that fuchsia colored line. So I don't think we're going to dump down that far again. I don't think we're really going to dump down much at all. If we do, it would be to form a higher low. But since this is just a wick, if you're just looking at the bodies, this is just a wick here. We do have this low here at 92.5. And then we pumped up, kind of had this could be considered a higher low there. And then also, going back to the last video, if you look at the weekly, we have now, as long as we finish above 94.5-ish, we're going to have bullish divergence on the weekly. I pointed that out last video or 2 videos ago, something like that. Well, it couldn't have been too long ago because it just happened on Sunday. As it was forming on Sunday, I pointed out this bullish divergence from this low here to our next low. Why doesn't this thing move? There we go. Anyway, those two. RSI is trending downwards and price is trending upwards. It's hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. And I said unless we have a red candle this week that we would have that divergence there, and it doesn't. So far, we're not having that red candle. So this could be very, very pumpy right here. This could, you could see a big pump from here any moment. Well, probably not till the morning for the next 5 hours or 10 hours. 10 hours from now. Question is, if you're out of the market, where do you fill up? And what kind of games are they going to try to play? Now, oops, let's go back to this, because also if you look, we want to go to like let's just go to a 4 hour. Well, let's go to an hourly maybe. Okay, now the funding rate is positive. Earlier it was negative. Down here at the bottom, this very bottom one. And where is it at? It's at 0.005. So it's not even very... God, why doesn't this thing move? It's really weird. So yeah, it's fluctuating up and down. It's just barely positive. And the open interest here is declining. Significantly from Monday at 1600. It's hard to get back to where I want to be. Oh, see, that's just really weird. So make of that what you will. We should know very shortly whether you can draw these parallel channels on your own chart if you want. I think we should know here possibly whether we're coming down in this channel or going up in that channel. And of note, this fuchsia colored line here as well is the trend line from this channel that or triangle that we've been trading in. We don't need to be on the hourly. Let's go on a 4 hour maybe. Holy moly. Anyway, the this triangle with the trend line from October 10th and November 4th as the base, and this fuchsia colored line up here as the top. Price action has been consolidating downwards in that since we came up here, and then we were coming down here with people. This is the head and shoulders that's not really a head and shoulders that everybody's talking about, but it's represents that we're reversing downwards. So yes, this fuchsia colored line is the top of that triangle. And of note, this triangle took us consolidating around this CPI data release, which I pointed out a long, long time ago when I made this triangle. And what we've done since is that we had this huge fake out pump upwards, which, by the way, was also triggered by the DXY, and this big fake out downwards to the downside from our symmetrical triangle. Other than that, we've been pretty much trading in that triangle, leading us to this point. So there you have it. And I'll let you decide what to do. Like, subscribe, and see you next time.